We've got a few things to apply, but first, let's take a look at the lawn. What's up, guys? I'm Rhett. Welcome back to Lawn Insider. Our first stop is in the back, and we've got the watermelon stripes working, which you love to see, but I actually wanted to show you a little bit of the bad before we got just into the good. And what you see here is some nut sedge, and clearly I've just mowed over it and trimmed it, so it's short right now, but we've been getting quite a bit of rain lately, and if you don't know, nut sedge is going to pop up in areas where you get excess moisture in the lawn. I've had 3 days this year, probably 3 days in the last month actually, where I've gotten over 3 inches of rain. Obviously, a lot of that water is wasted because it does run off your lawn, but I just pointed that out because we've had years where we didn't get days like that. And apparently this is going to be an El Nino year, and they say we've probably got a wetter summer and wetter fall on the horizon, so we might have a few more days like this. So like I said, this isn't caused from irrigation, this is just a swell in my yard. So this is where the low point of the yard is, and my yard slopes down to the back, so that's where the water escapes, right there where you see that gap under the fence. So this area, when we do get any type of rain, or when I do run my sprinklers, or even when my neighbors run their sprinklers, this is the area that is going to have more moisture, and that is what nut sedge looks like. You don't want to pull nut sedge because when you pull it, it's actually going to spread more quickly. This was trimmed, and then this one was mowed right here. Today's video, I'm not going to treat that. I will probably treat it though and put it on video. That way I can come back in a few days and y'all can see the treatment and then the update on what nut sedge treatment looks like. I use a product called Sedge Hammer there, and nut sedge is really the only weed that I am seeing on this fence line. This stuff that you're seeing is actually ivy that my neighbors have. Every summer we have ivy on the fence, so it will slowly climb up a little bit. It never makes it all the way up on my side, but that's what that is. That is ivy. But overall, the backyard is looking great, and I think this is about as good as it's looked, especially in the last week or so. It's really started to come into its own, and everything is looking really, really nice back here. Let me show you. That's what the grass is looking like. Over there in the corner is where we have the rain gauge that's actually been getting used a few times lately, which is unusual. If y'all follow along with the channel, you know that we've had seasons where we never get any rain, and I know, knock on wood, that we're probably gonna hit some dry periods here soon, but I am loving the rain and appreciating it while we can get it. Then we have the side yard. Side yard every once in a while has some problems that we have to tackle. Like right here, we'll get dry whenever we go into a drought. And then we did have that area earlier in the year that ran parallel with the truck here. But right now, everything is looking really good. And then of course, we have the front yard, the pièce de résistance, the main showpiece of the lawn. And I always like to stand over here in the corner so you can kind of take everything in all in one shot. The front yard, I will usually either mow the horizontal stripes that you can see right here, or I'll mow the vertical stripes. Very, very rarely will I do the diagonals in the front. I haven't done it at all this season actually. And I don't like doing them for a couple of reasons. The main reason just being it's really hard for me to get those burned in because the passes are so short here in the front yard. And I know I've mentioned it a million times, but Bermuda, it's just not going to show stripes very well unless those are very burned in patterns, meaning you're going over the same areas over and over and over again. That's when you're going to actually see these patterns that appear in the lawn. And that's why you can see sort of a checkerboard effect on my lawn, because the two main directions that I mow are these vertical stripes laid that way, and then the horizontal stripes that are laid that way. But the front yard, as you see, also looking really strong right now. But today, we're actually going to put our first dose of liquid fertilizer on the lawn from Simple Lawn Solutions. So let's jump right into that. And here is the lineup for today. Simple Lawn Solutions did send me these products last year, and I am an affiliate with Simple Lawn Solutions. So if you decide that you do want these products and you use my link to order them, make sure you use the promo code Lawn Insider, no spaces, and that will get you 10% off your entire order. I am also going to use a surfactant. That's just going to help these products stick to the leaf blade of the grass better. And I'm also going to make an application of 𝘼𝑗𝑠. 𝘼𝑗𝑠 is a PGR, a plant growth regulator, and that's just going to slow down the vertical growth of my grass, meaning that I can go a little bit longer in between mows. So today I'm not going to show you all the actual application process because my last 2 videos have been liquid applications with my backpack sprayer, and it's the exact same process. But just to go over it really briefly, I like to fill it up halfway with water, then I'll put in the products, then I'll mix it all up, then I'll fill up the water the rest of the way, and then I'll give it a final mix before actually applying to the lawn. As far as application sizes go, this one is 4 ounces per gallon of water. I have a 4-gallon backpack sprayer, so I'll be using 16 ounces of the Lawn Booster 600. This is more of a micronutrient blend, not a ton of nitrogen, so it's not going to push a ton of growth, but we're looking for more of a color response. And speaking of color response, we have the liquid iron here. If you don't know, liquid iron is kind of known as the product that is going to give you a deeper green in your yard. This one is 3 ounces per gallon, so this one is going to be 12 total ounces. The analysis on this iron product is 0.7500. So again, very little nitrogen. It's going to give you more of a color response than of a growth response. I already mentioned the surfactant. You're just going to add a dash of surfactant. I never actually measure that out. I just kind of pour a little in, and we're good to go there. And then finally, the 𝘼𝑗𝑠. Typically, I'll use about 1.5 ounces of 𝘼𝑗𝑠, and I actually use this smaller shot glass measuring cup for that measurement. So with perfect weather and perfect sun and perfect time of day, this is actually going to be a pretty tough before picture to beat. But this is the before, and then I'll come back in a few days after I make this application, and I'll show you the after, and we'll see if we got any sort of color response in the lawn. And we're back. It's been 3 days since I made the application. I've just been working in the lawn, just mowed. It is very hot outside. You can probably tell by looking at me. But here is the backyard. We've got the watermelon stripes. I call these the horizontal stripes on my yard. When I go this way, I call those the vertical stripes. But I went ahead and just burned in the horizontal stripes that were already here. And for a Bermuda lawn, these stripes right now are definitely popping off the screen. And of course, I know y'all are wanting to see the front yard, but before I do that, I did want to remind y'all, if you're looking for any Bermuda grass resources, check out 𝙀𝑠.com. I have a free calendar, there's free calculators, lots of good resources there. Also, check out the Lawn Insider merch store and get yourself a mowing shirt. And of course, here is the front yard. Did we get that pop of color we were chasing? I believe we did. It looks deep, dark green. Let me show you the turf up close and personal. And it doesn't get much better than that. Once again, any of the products that I showed in today's video, I'll leave a link to them in the description box below. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this one up right here. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please leave it a like. If you're enjoying the content and you want to continue to see more of it, hit the black subscribe button below. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave those in the comment section below. I'll see y'all again soon. Lawn Insider, out.